Hey everybody, this is Benji Bruce here, and we are going to talk about excuses. You can either make the excuses or you make the money. You just can't do both. Excuses, real or not, are the very thing holding you back from getting what you want. There are so many people out there who always talk about excuses, and excuses are usually disguised as reasons. They give a reason for why they can't do something. The universe, the world, physics doesn't care about what your reason is for not doing something. If you don't do it, you don't get it. That's what the universe is saying. That's what physics says. Physics says E always equals mc squared. It doesn't care what you think about it. It doesn't care what you feel about it. It doesn't care about the reasons. It says E always equals mc squared. It says a squared plus b squared always equals c squared. It doesn't care about you. And so when you come up with reasons, when you come up with excuses as to why you can't do something, that is literally why you won't ever be able to get it done. By holding on to your excuses, you let go of your dreams. That's what you're doing. When you have an excuse, you are letting go of that dream. You have a reason, you say, oh, I can't do this because of this. You are letting go of that dream, of the thing you want to accomplish. By making excuses, people who can help you won't help you. This is probably one of the biggest reasons why you shouldn't be making excuses, because I'm telling you right now, people who are at the level, who can help you with what you want, who can help you accomplish this goal that you want to accomplish, they will not help you if they feel that you are an excuse maker, a reason creator. They just won't help you. People like that don't want to be around people who are just making excuses, people who are coming up with reasons as to why they can't do something. There was this time where I was talking with this fitness trainer, right? And she was essentially saying like, oh, I want help building my business. I want to get some clients, right? And I told her like, okay, well, you got to market yourself. And I was telling her a couple things, and she would say, oh, I'm not certified. And I said, it doesn't matter if you're certified. I mean, just get clients. She's like, I'm not certified. Then I said like, oh, make videos, like make some videos. She said, oh, I don't really have the time to make videos, and I don't have a good camera. And she's like, oh, I got like kids, and I don't have the time to do it. I don't even have a good camera either. And after a couple of excuses, I literally stopped talking to her. I said, okay, fine. I literally just stopped talking to her. This is what happens when you are around successful people who are trying to help you out, and all you do is come up with a reason as to why you can't do something. If you can't see through problems, you'll never, ever, ever find solutions. Don't talk about where you are unless you figure out how to get to where you want to be. What she should have said like, hey, I don't have a camera. What would you do if you didn't have a camera? That's what she should have said. She just kept coming up with reasons as to why she couldn't do anything. Whenever I said, oh, make some videos, she said, I don't have a camera. What she should have said is, I don't have a camera. What would you do if you didn't have a camera? Like, what would you do instead? Then I could have came up with something, right? The difference is that one version is essentially stating where they are and leaving themselves there. The other version is stating where they are as a starting point for where they're going. There's a huge difference. There's nothing wrong with stating a reality. There's nothing wrong with saying, look, I don't have a camera. I mean, I would love to do it. I just don't have a camera. But then you got to take it to the next step. You got to say, all right, what would you do if you didn't have a camera? You take it to the next level where you are saying, here's my starting point. I don't have a camera, but here's where I would like to go. I would like to go, and I would like to do something about this. And so there's a huge difference. People who make excuses as a reason for why they are where they are aren't really helping themselves out at all. I mean, someone like Bill Gates, right? When Bill Gates, at the time, basically Bill Gates, he really just lied about the program that he had. He saw an article and he said like, oh, we have this program for your business and we can help you guys out. This is when he was literally just starting Microsoft. And what he did is he called the guy up. He just lied. He said, hey, we got a program and we can actually help you guys out. And so Bill Gates, he essentially didn't make up any excuse, any reason for not going on and not building Microsoft. He basically said, all right, we're just going to figure this out. That's pretty much what he did. He's like, I'm just going to call this guy, tell him we got what he needs, and then we're just going to figure it out along the way. That's essentially what he did. That's what a lot of extremely successful people do, actually. A lot of people don't know this, but that's what a lot of extremely successful people do. Basically, excuses people make will always hold them back. I mean, people always say like, okay, if there's some opportunity that's presented to them, they're always going to think it's a scam. Like every single time, all you got to do is just go on to Facebook, look at any of the ads that are popping up on Facebook and read the comments that people write on those ads. Everyone's going to say, oh man, is this a scam? This must be a scam. And you can say like, did you even click on the thing? Do you even know anything about this person, about this business? You're just automatically calling it a scam. What's wrong with you? People will always make excuses. I mean, if someone's making money, someone's actually making money, then that person will say, oh, you know what? Money changes people. I mean, the rich, they're greedy, they're evil. They'll always make excuses. If a successful person is given a presentation, like in a video or on stage or whatever, the person will say, you know what? I just don't like the way that person talks. There's just something about them. I just don't like the way they talk. And you say, well, what about the information they're given? Is it good? They're like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's good. I just don't like them. I just don't like the way they talk. And there's always a reason. There's always an excuse that this person gives. That is why they are where they are. It will always be something. That's why they will never have anything. It will always be something. No matter what it is, they always look for that little thing and they say, oh, you know what? I just don't like that person. That's why I'm not going to listen to them. Even though I know that they have the answers to my problem, I'm just not going to listen to them because I just don't like them. I don't like the way they talk. They sound arrogant. I just don't like them. It's always going to be something. That's why they will have nothing. Look at people who aren't making money and you will always see that they're always making excuses. So, I mean, think about how many people out there do you know who are successful who make excuses? Absolutely none. I mean, none whatsoever. Why is that? It's because people who are successful, they always figure out what to do about the situation. So they state a reality. They say, okay, here's this thing. This thing is happening. They state a reality. Then they figure out what to do about that reality. Whereas most people just complain about the situation. They say, oh, I don't have the money. I don't have the money. I can't do it. I don't have the money. Whereas someone else, someone like Zuckerberg or whoever, they'll say, look, we don't have the money. Let's figure out how to get it. Okay, we don't have the time. Let's figure out what we can get rid of so we can make time for this. There's a huge, huge difference. You have to be a problem solver. That's basically what it comes down to. You just being a problem solver, understanding what it is and getting around it. Whatever this problem is that you have, whether it's time, money, lack of knowledge, whatever it is, this problem, you figure out what the problem is and then you figure out how to get around this thing. Every reason is a weak story that you are telling yourself. It is a very weak story. You say, oh, I don't have the time. I guarantee you would have the time if your freaking kid got kidnapped, if your mom got kidnapped. I guarantee you would figure out the freaking time. You would stop watching Netflix. You stop watching TV. You stop going out. You stop eating out. You say, you know what? I got to figure out the time. I got to figure out where to put this inside of my life in order for me to get what I want. I guarantee you would figure out the time. You say, oh, I don't know how to do this thing. I'd love to. I just don't know how. I guarantee if someone pointed a freaking gun to your head, you would figure it out. You'd say, oh, let me Google this thing real quick. Let me go to YouTube. Let me look this up. I guarantee you would figure out how. When people say things to me like, okay, I tell people you need a better website. You're marketing yourself. You need a better website. It's, I don't know how to do it. I can't afford to hire somebody and I don't know how. I say, freaking figure it out. Go to YouTube, watch some videos, figure it out. Don't just point out the reason as to why you don't know this thing. Figure it out. And so, I mean, people say, I don't have the money. How do you freaking get it? Real or not, excuses are holding you back. It doesn't matter if the reason, the excuse is real. It doesn't matter. Like I said, A squared plus B squared always equals C squared. The physics doesn't care what your reasons are. It doesn't care if you believe in it or not. It doesn't care. Gravity works no matter what reasons or excuses or whether you believe in it or not. It just freaking works. And that's how reality works. Real or not, excuses hold you back. You have to get into the habit of understanding your problem, understanding your situation, and moving around it. That's the habit you have to get into. to. It's not just stating a problem. It's not just complaining about it. It's not stating your situation. It's not just stating it. You have to say, here's how I'm going to get around it. You either make excuses or you make money. You can't do both.